Yeah, welcome back. At this moment, we want to talk about using slides in PowerPoint presentation, which will make your work easier. Let us move on. Here, I want to start a new slide. This is a blank presentation. So with this blank presentation, these are default slide or the first slide that we'll get. With this, it's quite easy to click and add title or click and add subtitle. But in case you need to add things like shapes, charts, and pictures into your presentation, there are series of slides templates that you can use that will make the work easier for you. With this one, you may just add title. Let's make use of this. Let's say our topic is a family. Okay, let's make it. Alright, let's have topic. Then to add the subtitle, that will be family. It's quite easy here. Okay, let me do this. Let's have the right. Okay, here we have the family. I'm going to give it color as you deem fit. Okay. We have different font color that can be used. Alright, so where are we going, or what are we talking about? Is making use of this particular slide, the one that we have here. Alright, sorry, let me use of, okay, the one we have around this place. That is what we want to use. Okay, let's click. Here we have a series of samples that can be used. This one is title slide. This is a title and content. This is section header. To content, comparison, title only, blank, content with caption, and also picture with caption. So the first one that we made use of is just title slide. Now let us move to the second one, which is title and content, and see how it looks like. Here I'm going to click. So here we have our click to add title. But looking at this particular place, you will see that we have some things there that we can make use of. We have some icons, so to say, that can be very useful when we are talking about working in PowerPoint. Here you have the first one. Let's continue. This one has to do with insert table. This is insert chart. This is insert a smart graphic art. This has to do with 3D models. This is picture, and if you want to work with online pictures, you can make use of the next one. And this one talks about how to insert video, while this talk about insert an icon. Now let us have our title in place. Though we've talked about that anyway. So here you are going to put your topic. You can then work on that. Okay, let me just take Arial Black and increase the font size. With this, now you can make use of this if you want your work to be in bullet form, but we are focusing on these icons. Like, say for instance, I want to list certain things, maybe food. Then I'll press enter. Talk about home, talk about school. The bullets are coming up, but that's not what we want to do with this. Here we want to talk about this insert table. If you need table in your work, you can make use of slide template of this nature. Now let us click insert slide, insert table. So here comes a dialog box, and here you have the number of columns, the number of rows that you can use. So for this, I want to make use of, let's just make it simple. Let's have a 3 columns and probably 5 rows or 6 rows. Alright, here we go. So we have them in place, the columns and rows. So you have your probably name, and we want to talk about type. If okay, let's talk about gender. So you can then highlight and do the necessary formatting. So here we have our number. You can adjust your table just the way you are working with your normal table. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So what are the names? There's we have John, we have Mary, we have okay, let's have Simbi, let's have Ulu, and let's have Azan. Okay, right. What are they? John, male. Mary, okay, let's have female. Female. Louis, male, and this is also a male. So this makes your work so easier to do, or to tasks ahead to accomplish. So not only that, we can move ahead. We have another, still the same title and content. I will give it a title. Then the next one here is insert chart. If your work has to do with chart, you make use of this icon. You click on it. Here you pick the chart types that you want to use. So you want to make use of columns chart, you click on it and click OK. Having done that, you have a sample here of an Excel sheet. So we have categories, category 1 to 4. We have series. You can increase this and you can decrease depending on what you want to do. For the purpose of this learning, let us make use of only 2 columns. Let's make use of 2 columns so we can reduce these to 2. So we don't need all these ones. Let's delete them. Okay, so we want this place to be rooms. The room. Right. We want to count the number. Let us see the series that we have. The gender. Right. So we now have, we don't want number, we only want, okay, let's say the gender. How many are they? How many? We have 5 in room A. We have 5 people. We have 3 in room B, 2 here, and here we have 4 people. So living there. You can see as we are adjusting the table here, the correspondence chart is being adjusted as well. Here you can have room A, room B, room C, and room D. Alright, let's increase this again, and okay, and have another column header talking about the number of cars that are being used here. Cars. Okay, now we have 3 here. Here all of them have cars. Here 1, and here we have 2. So it's increasing. You can see. So when you are done with this, you close the Excel sheet and you are left with your chart. You can as well adjust this. You can change the type if you so desire. So you work on that. Right, let's leave it as a column. So you can change the background if you want it to be something like this, and you give it a befitting topic. Okay, so let's do that. Now let's continue. We go back to our slide as well. New slide. Click on the still the same title and content. We are not done with everything. We have insert a smart graphic. You click on this and you have series of smart graphics that can be used. You can pick all. and select the appropriate one that you want to use. Okay, we have list, those that have to do with list. You have process. You want to talk about certain processes. We have circle. Okay, we have hierarchy, relation, matrix, pyramid, pictures, and then you can pick from office.com as well. Now let's make use of one. Okay, let us make use of this and click OK. Here you have your text. I just want to teach 1, 2, 3. This will be 1. Type your 1. Here you have your 2. You have your 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so we are good to go. Then you give it the topic as well. You have a befitting. Okay, let me make use of these. I love red color. Yeah, we are good to go. So you can also design and make use of a format tab here. I'm choosing these and I want to change the color to something like this. Right, we are good to go. Let's continue. Same title and content again. We have the 3D model. We have this picture. We can insert picture. Let's make use of this. See what we have there. So this is a picture. This you can copy. I can copy this, and since I'm using it repeatedly, you can adjust your picture to suit your purpose. Leave it like this as well. Good. Now this has to do with two contents. If you want to do comparison, here you had your title, compare and contrast. We have compare and contrast. Right, let me just do some aesthetic work here. Good. Right, we have this compare and contrast. The same set of icons that we have here are present here as well. That means you can have your table here. Probably you want to compare the population of a particular geographical location in a certain year with that of another year. Say for instance, let us have this 5-2. Okay, maybe this is on population, the area. Let's say area A, and this is area B. Okay, so for this particular year, for area A, we have 200. Here we have 250. Probably the female, you have 320, and here you have 410. Alright, the number of cars there, 150 for the two, for male and female, and here you have 300. So remarks. Right, you've done it here, and you want to do the same thing on the other side for another year. So I can click on this and then, okay, let me make it 3 this time. Alright, I can copy. Let us copy what we have here and paste it here, so you can just adjust. Okay, this is 210, and this increased tremendously. Let's say 400, and then This is 5:15. Here you have your 272. Alright, the car has increased to 205. Then here you have your 451. So you can now compare the two, that for year 2019 this is the statistics, and for year 2020 this is the statistics. So you can use and make use of that template to do your comparison. So you can use it for so many things. It's almost the same thing to content comparison. So here you have your blank title only, and this is content with a title. So you can insert a picture. Okay, let's insert chart. So now this is our chart. We'll leave it the way it is, series and categories, and want to talk about the chart. Here you can now annual students data, right? Annual student data. So here you put your information provider. Alright, it's render anyway. Okay, so you can leave it like this and we close the chart. This is adjustable when you double click, so you can adjust it. You have prompt with which you can adjust your chart. You can give it title. So with all this, it will make your work so easy to accomplish. So that is some of the ways through which you can make your work easier in Microsoft PowerPoint presentation.